it's been a very long time since a game like Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong 64 released that wasn't from like the 3D Mario series. Basically, Nintendo's the only game that makes like games like this anymore. Banjo-Kazooie, I just played again recently on Rare Replay, and we're all looking for more games like that, aren't we? I mean, at least I am. I love having like a huge world to explore, and I just like the style that Rare did their games then. It's just like you had a hub world that looked really cool, you had a lot of really great music, you had connected into interconnected levels, but there weren't like completely linear levels. Like you had a decent sized level for an N64 game to explore and find a bunch of collectibles, and you better bet that I 100%ed Banjo-Kazooie. That it was an amazing game. I loved it, and here's the thing though. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, the third game, was obviously a disappointment. That came out in like 2008 or 9. Thing was is that they turned it into like kind of like a racing game. Not really a racing game, but the single player had cars in it, and while that's the most thing that everyone hated about it. I think it's okay to have cars, but the fact that like they didn't change the level design to fit it well, like they were trying to make a normal Banjo-Kazooie game, but then they put the cars in, and then a lot of the levels were just really empty and dull. But the graphics were pretty good, and that's really the only good thing you can say about Nuts and Bolts. But a lot of people left Rare, and they moved on to their own development studio called Playtonic Games. And I think it was a year ago at this point, they started up a Kickstarter for a game called Yooka Laylee. And it's about, a bat and like a chameleon, I think. Um, and basically, at heart, it's a Banjo-Kazooie game. But obviously, since they're their own company, they can't make a Banjo-Kazooie game because they don't have the rights to that. But essentially, it is a Banjo-Kazooie game, just with different animals. But honestly, the gameplay looks kind of copied from Banjo-Kazooie, but I think that's the point. They're trying to make like a sequel to Banjo-Tooie in a way, but they, giving it a fresh light with new characters, and it looks like some of the maps are a lot bigger. The graphics are amazing. This game looks so good. We got the same composer as the Banjo-Kazooie games though, Grant Kirkhope. He's making the music, and so far, the samples of the release and sample that's in this trailer, it looks amazing, and I cannot wait. I backed this game right away. Right when the Kickstarter came out, like as soon as I can get money, I backed that game right away because I just bought like a PC download. It was like the $35 back or whatever, or PC download, and I got access to the demo as well. It was like $35, something like that. And honestly, I would pay $60 for this game, and it looks amazing. And I'm really happy that these guys are so dedicated to these kinds of games as I am, and this is something that I'm definitely really really hyped for. And they finally announced like a general release date at the end of the trailer. It says Q1 2017, so that's like I think Q1 is like basically the rest of winter at the beginning of the year. So from January all the way until like the beginning of spring, which I think is in March. So that's Q1. So it'll release in sometime during then. And there's also the toy box demo that they're gonna be releasing at some point. And I'm really excited for this game, and I think everyone should check out the trailer and go on Playtonic Games website and just read some bits about the game. And if you haven't played Banjo-Kazooie or Conker's Bad Fur Day or Donkey Kong 64, or heck, even the Super Nintendo games that they made, like the Donkey Kong Country games, you need to. And they also made legendary games like GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark on the N64. And this trend you're seeing is that all their good games are basically on the Super Nintendo and N64. There's some original Xbox games that they made I haven't really played, like Grab by the Ghoulies. I don't know if that's any good. Although I do say Viva Pinata was a pretty great game on the Xbox 360, but still, they're most amazing games were their Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong games, and I'm glad that these guys are going back to their roots, and this is like the true, like, I would say the true like reboot to Banjo-Kazooie, the true like, I don't know, revival, and actually I'm pretty sure they're calling it a rare revival, so they're doing a very very good job so far, and good luck to them, and good luck to myself to 100%ing this, because it sounds like they're adding, it's like bigger than, I think it's way bigger than Banjo-Kazooie ever was, and Banjo-Tooie, and those are really big games. Maybe not to compared to some RPGs in today's standards, but they're pretty big, and I really enjoyed them. So this game's really hype, and they're probably gonna show more at E3. Don't know if like they're gonna have an E3 conference, or they're gonna show at like Xbox's conference or Nintendo's conference or something like that. Because speaking of Nintendo, this is on the Wii U, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and personal computers. So that's great. Anyways, guys, that's all I really had to say. Check out the game, look it up on Google, and yeah, have a nice day. Goodbye.